Hi guys, I'm Lillian Gray, South African fine artist and owner of the Lillian Gray Fine Art School. Welcome to the lesson about universal shapes. People often ask me what makes a great artist. And they come with suggestions like, it's 60% talent, and it's 3% skills, and it's 10% creativity. But to be honest, the most important thing of being an artist is to train your eye, is to practice your observation. That's 90% of being an artist. What I mean by this is you need to train your eye to see, to observe proportions, observe texture, observe light. And that is the most important thing you will ever learn. Today's lesson is about universal shapes. It is a drawing principle that honestly changed my life forever. So you guys are never going to be drawing a horse, a hand, a wine glass, anything that you find extremely difficult. You're only going to draw 5 shapes. And we will simplify absolutely everything down to those 5 shapes. This is the most exciting art principle I've ever come across. And I was taught this in primary school by an amazing art teacher called Laura Wenman. And I'd really like to share this principle with you. There are only 5 shapes in the entire world. And if you can learn how to see these 5 shapes, you will never draw a horse or a wine glass or a hand. You are only drawing these shapes. This removes all anxiety from the drawing process because we can all draw these 5 shapes. Everything that surrounds us consists out of these shapes. These shapes can be drawn in a 2D space. By 2D, what I mean is that I can see the height, which is 1 dimension, and I can see the width, which is the 2nd dimension. If we then have to translate this into 3D, I will be using my height, my width, and adding depth. That is my 3 dimensions. And how would I draw these as 3D? There are various options. Your triangle could become the Pyramid of Giza, or it could become that yummy Toblerone chocolate box. Your circle could be a cylinder or a sphere, like a beach ball. Your oval could become your grandma's hat box or maybe a cake. And so I can transform every single shape of these universal shapes into a beautiful 3D shape. Now, seeing 3D and being able to draw 3D does not come easy to everybody. So please practice this until you're really good with it. Now, I would like us to combine everything we have learned so far. So, find some household objects, walk around and find some interesting things, not too difficult at first, and we are going to draw from life. It's very important to draw from life and not from photo for this exercise. The reason we need to start with easy objects like a coffee mug or a wine bottle is so that you guys can really be kind to your inner artist. Always remember your inner artist's age is never the same as your actual biological age. If you only started doing art a year ago or 2 years ago, your inner artist is a 2-year-old toddler. It's no use screaming at her that she can't speak in fluent sentences or feed herself properly. So you really need to be kind to your inner artist and start easy. This phase to me is all about just seeing the shapes, identifying the shapes, and you might break it down in various versions different to what I approached it, but as long as you start tuning in to see the shapes. Don't worry too much about proportion in this session. We will have a lesson on proportion and how to get it all in proportion. Obviously try and get it as accurate as possible, but for now the most important is just training your eye to see the shapes. I'm starting with a very light pencil, so you can use your HB or your F for fine, and you can work your way to the darker pencil. Once you've found your shapes and you know exactly where your outline needs to be, you can commit to the darker outer edge of the object with a 4B or even a 6B pencil. So we will be using all our pencils, most of our pencils for this exercise. Also note where I'm holding my pencil. When I'm tuning into detail, I'm at the front of my pencil. When I'm finding shapes and discovering where I want to go, I'm more towards the back of my pencil, holding my pencil much more loosely. I'm never working against the natural curve of my body. I'm always working with my curve. Get up, move around. Make sure that you don't fight against your body when drawing. Make sure your station where you're working is also really comfortable. Okay, so this is really the main exercise for this lesson. You guys need to draw as many objects as you can possibly find. Try and practice this daily until you really feel you can see the shapes. And remember, simplify, simplify. I really hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and I want you to walk around, or when you're in the car driving, I want you to see absolutely everything only in those 5 shapes. It's almost like Neo in the Matrix, where he only sees binary code once he's gone through to the next level. And I want you to really imagine seeing those shapes absolutely everywhere. And that is going to train your eye and get your eye to really simplify, simplify, simplify. This is Lillian Gray, South African fine artist. Please remember to subscribe down below and follow the next drawing lesson.